Hi everyone. So in our previous video in SUMO Basics tutorial, we stopped at where we created vehicle flows, and we then also created a bus flow, and the bus also stops at stopping bus stop area, right? So these are the kind of the additions or add-ons we did to our simulation gradually, right? So I decided to stop my basic tutorial at that point. But a couple of days back, I got a comment from one of our viewers saying that whether you can make a tutorial on how to add pedestrian crossing with traffic control at intersection. So I'm going to try that today. So bit of few more complications will be added. So we'll see how we can do it. I'm doing this on a as a trial also. I have a idea as to how to do it. So I might do a couple of mistakes here and there, but eventually we'll make sure that we'll complete the tutorial. Right. So let's start with the tutorial. So the idea here that is that you need to create kind of it's a new mode, basically pedestrian. Now so far we have simulated motorized vehicles and buses. So similarly pedestrians are also kind of a mode. So therefore we need to give separate paths for them to walk, right? Dedicated paths. So now to do that, you can add sidewalks, and then later in a junction you can add this add a pedestrian crossing. So since we are doing a bit of changes to our network, I will create a copy of this network, and then we'll do the changes on the copied or like newly created network, right? So let me don't save this, and I'll go here and I go to network, and I'll create a copy of this, paste it, and let me say this as the let's say pedestrian. Here, make sure that you rename it correctly. So .NET .xml is the extension, so I have to keep it intact. So let's say network sidewalks. Right. So it's the same network basically, but let me. So I don't want this to be opened. Let me open that network. So from here you can type netedit, and once you type that, this netedit will be opened, and from here you can open network and click on this hammer icon, just so that you make sure that you are on the correct folder or main directory where you ran the netedit command. So from there you can use this. The benefit of this is that if you're working with multiple projects and changing directories quite often, in order to make sure that you are in the correct folder, then you can use this. That's so anyway. So let's select network sidewalks. Right. So this is that network. Right. So then from the simulation front also, I'll do the same changes in my configuration file, and let's say network sidewalks.net.xml. So essentially it remains the same, right? So right. So we know now it's working. So let's see how we can get it to the desired level. Right. So let's go back to the network. So then now here what I thought was you can add a pedestrian or rather add a sidewalk to this. The way that you can do this is that you can right click, go to the lane operation, add restricted lane and a sidewalk. Now, it doesn't add sidewalks in both ends. To be honest, I'm not sure why. So I think what they assume here is that you know uh, now, since the vehicles are also moving in this direction, I guess pedestrian can also move in that direction, which is uh, not exactly a logic, but I'm pretty sure that Sumo has a way of doing it. But at the moment, I'm unaware of it. But if you know how to do it, please you can drop a comment in the comment section. So to add both directions of walking, I thought of doing it like this. I wanted to add a reverse direction also for these edges. So I'm not going to do it for all the lanes, or maybe we can do it for all the lanes. No harm, right? So let me go to edge operations, and you can do it like add reverse direction for the edge, right? So that it adds that particular sidewalk uh, also to the other direction, right? So similarly, let's do this edge operation, add reverse direction here also. Let's do the same. Mm, add reverse direction. Right, done. So now we have this kind of a large intersection, and let's add the add restricted lane sidewalk. Operation add restricted lane sidewalk. So each time I do it, I press F5, right? So the compute junction will be done. I'll do it in the background. Um, simulation sidewalk, and then I hit F5 so that you can see it properly aligned. One more time. These the lane operations sidewalk. So done. Right. So now, if we try to run this, you will see. I don't see the network got updated. Mm. All right. Right. So now you get your first error, right? Mismatching face size in TLS J1 programmer. This is because we have our signal timing program, right? Now it doesn't match with the new changes that we made, right? So let's try to address that first, right? So we'll go fix error by error. I think that would be a wise move. So you see now new faces have been added, right? Right, because remember in our previous tutorials what we did was we created a separate signal timing for this, right? So now I'll save this new signal timing, let's say traffic lights, save TLS program as so not network, let's go one folder back, additional, so signal timing, and let's say pedestrian, right? And then hit OK. And then let's go here. And as we already know, we need to change this number. Let's fix the program ID to 1, let's say. And then we need to make sure that that change is also request signal timing. It is also reflected in here, right? So hopefully things should work. Okay, now there's another error. Pedestrian. What does it say? It says no such file or directory. Kind of strange. Let's copy this. Okay, I did some mistake. Okay, anyway, now it works. Now let's try to run this. Oops. Okay, now it says bus flow 1.0 something is not allowed to stop on E20. Why? Because now our bus, if you look at it, right, now it's on the sidewalk, right? So you can't, stop a bus on the sidewalk, right? So there has to be a fix for that as well. Now, if you look at the lane numbering, or rather edge numbering, let me go to the inspection mode once again. I press the letter I for that. I think I can go with lane. You can press the shift key and then click on the lane. So it's E21 now, right? So the place where the bus has to be stopped is on the lane E21. But what we have now is it's on E20, right? So you see, we would have to do a lot of changes, right? So just to be on the safe side, I'll copy this file again and let me paste it. Let me say this as bus. Let me rename this. Let's say bus. So again, add.xml is the actual extension. Let's say bus pedestrian. Right. So that's also done. So I need to do that change in my configuration file. Additional bus pedestrian. I think that should work. Right. Okay. I didn't do the change. Did I? I don't think so. Yeah. So I need to change it here. Let's run one time. Okay, fine. Now it's working, right? So we are back to the place where we were, right? So you can add other vehicle flows for other directions as well, but it's not mandatory at this stage, right? But you can try it. Simply what you have to do is you have to go to the demand and add some flows to the other directions that you think of it. Right, fine. Now we are pretty much have completed the work, but we haven't done one thing, that is the adding the pedestrian flows, right? So now you can do it from the net edit itself. Now pedestrian is a demand, right? So it's similar to vehicle demand. Pedestrian is also a demand. So you can go to this demand tab. From there, okay, you have to select which mode, right? What kind of vehicles that you can add. You can add a vehicle, right? So earlier we did it manually on the XML file level. We did some updates, but here I want to show you how to do it in on the GUI or NetEdit itself, right? So let's create person mode. Right, so I want to add a person flow, right? So let's say PF0, that's the standard ID that has been provided to it. Let's say I want to simulate 900 pedestrian within a span of hour, right? And then you need to select the route, right? So now you can select the route like this. I think so. You can do it. Okay. Okay. Right. I guess what happened was I haven't added a what you call the pedestrian crossing. Probably that is the reason. Let's see. So you can go back to the network and go to the crossing mode, and then you can select the edge, right? And what it says is click over the junction to mark the candidate edges. So let's say no, sorry. Let's say undo. Oops. Oh, wait. Let's redo this, right? Let's come back here. So you can create here. Yeah. So let's say I want my pedestrian to cross the road from this side, right? Probably I don't know if I can do it from here as well. Yeah. Oops. Let me click again here, here, and here. Fine. So now let me save this. Yeah, this should work, right? Let me try refreshing this. Let's go back to inspect mode. Not sure that the crossing is still there. Why is that? Let's go back to crossing. Yeah, yeah. Okay, then you need to hit create crossing, and then only the create crossing is created, right? So you see now kind of walking kind of island also created for pedestrian to walk, right? So let's try this again, right? Then you get another error. It says missing face size on J1 program 1. Why? Because now pedestrians also get a face to kind of walk through through these edges, right? Or rather cross the street. So we haven't. I think that also need to be incorporated. Now, see, now you see a new face. This one, right, for the pedestrian to cross the street or the road. So then, so you need to incorporate that. So let's traffic lights. Let's say save. So I'll override it. Then let's go here. Make sure I'll change the number. So let's try it again. Yep. Now I think we are good. Right. Again, the simulation is working fine without any issues. Right. So then finally, let's try to add a pedestrian flow to this network. Right. So let's go to demand mode. Select person flow, PF0, let's say 900. So I want, yeah. So now see a route is created, right? So let's create one route and then file demand elements or other data elements. I think we should be able to save this. Okay, wait. So let's say finish creating route. So this is the route. So now it's completed. Then I believe demand, yeah. So I can save demand element as, and let's say inside demand, I will say, so again, it's a root file .ru.xml. Let's say pedestrian. Right, so click OK. So now you have a pedestrian file. So you have everything is created, pedestrian flow, PF0, etc., and from where to where it's being moved, right? So I mean, you can, I guess, add a color. Yeah. So I don't think this everything is needed, but let's say color. We take the color element. So remaining content we can. So this basically these pedestrians will be colored in blue, right? So let's see whether that's working. Sorry, we haven't added that pedestrian.route.xml. So we can add to the root file in separated manner. Say demand pedestrian.ru.xml. So done. So with that, let's refresh this. I think everything is working fine. So now you see pedestrians are also walking, right? So they are like queuing and they get the they move, right? So like if you want to add another one, just copy this, paste it here, give it a different ID, let's say 2, same time, let's say less number, let's say red and blue, that means purple flow, and make sure that they move to, let's go to inspect mode. So inspect mode in the network, right? So they move on the E2 direction, right? Or rather, yeah, let's do it E2. Let's see what will happen. Right, so then, right, this should also work. Right, you see purple passengers are also, or rather, um, pedestrians are also coming. So I hope if you click on this umbrella icon, then you can do some changes to the size, right? So let's say I want to like make them bigger, right? So then you can really see it, right? So now you see part of the passengers are walking, how the pedestrians are walking on the way. So you see certain queues are being formed, right? So pedestrian dynamics are also there, right? Um, right. So that's it for the tutorial. I hope you found it useful. If you consider this content useful, and if you need to know some additional details about it, feel free to drop a comment. And also, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much.